This is Landon with Riptank Boardshop, here to give you a few tips on wake surfing. With wake surfing, there are numerous subjects that must be addressed, such as how to drive the boat, how to weight the boat, getting up on the wake surfboard, and how to get slack in the rope, leading to riding without the rope altogether. Optimally, you will want your boat to be going the fastest speed it can be going without going on plane. At this speed, it will be displacing the most water possible, creating the best wake for your wake surfer to ride. The speed to achieve this will vary based on your boat's hull, the amount of ballast you have in your boat, the wind conditions for the day, and the number and placement of your passengers. But for reference, 9.5 miles per hour is usually a good starting point. Next is how to weight the boat. Even the best wake surfer can't surf well without a good wake. Part of this relies on having a good driver, part relies on your boat, and part relies on how much ballast you have. Putting extra weight in your boat will push your hull deeper into the water, causing you to displace more water and create a bigger wake. There are two types of ballast, water ballast and solid ballast. Solid ballast is composed of things like sand, lead, or people. Water ballast is when you pump water into your boat in the form of fat sacks. I tend to prefer water ballast for two reasons. First, I can pump it in and out at will. This affords me greater control of my wake, and it also helps me reduce tension while putting the boat on the trailer and pulling it out of the lake. The second reason is if you do start to take on water, which happens more often than you would like, that your boat won't sink. Hard ballast will bring your boat down to the bottom. Water ballast will ensure that it is at the most swamped. I've included a diagram to serve as somewhat of a starting point for the placement of your fat sacks in your boat. Of course, this setup is somewhat overkill for most recreational wake surfers. It will help you kind of understand the placement of these fat sacks. As you can notice, the bulk of the weight for wake surfing is in the back of the boat. Another thing to take into account is the stance of the rider. Is he a regular footed rider, by meaning left foot forward, or is he a goofy footed rider, by meaning right foot forward? The placement of the main fat sack in the back of the boat is controlled by the stance of the rider. If he is a regular footed rider, left foot forward, the sack should be placed on the left side of the boat. If he is a goofy footed rider, right foot forward, the sack should be placed on the right side of the boat. These directions are from the view of the wake surfer looking back towards the boat. Wake surfing is not only one of the most fun water sports around, it is also one of the easiest, not to mention one of the least taxing on your body. Anyone can get up on a wake surfboard. Getting up is not all about strength, it's about technique, and here I'll teach you exactly what that is. You should put the board between you and the boat and place your front foot just past midway towards the front of the board. Place your back foot about 4 inches from the back of the board. Now have the driver put the boat into gear, and as he inches forward, the pressure from the water on the board will push the wake surfboard into your feet. From here, the technique is very similar to that of standing up out of a rocking chair. As the boat pulls faster, you lean forward and stand up from your legs and keeping your chest up and out as the boat increases speed. Getting slack is all about where you lean. In other water sports like wakeboarding and water skiing, the key is to lean back against the rope. In surfing, you want to do the complete opposite. You want to lean forward. Think of the surfboard like this. The nose is the gas pedal, the tail is the brake. It's better to lean forward on your toes towards the wake than away from the wake on your heels. Be careful not to lean too far forward or you'll sink the tip of your board. Lean too far over your toes and you'll go over the other side of the wake. There's a happy medium where you'll achieve perfect stability. You'll need to be pretty close to the boat to get slack, and you should first ensure that your wake is as large as you can possibly make it. You'll have to work a bit at first to perfect your skills and to get comfortable with being that close to the boat. But once you are comfortable with getting and keeping slack, you can work on surfing without the rope. Again, I must reiterate that wake surfing be done only behind inboard boats. It's not safe for anyone to be wake surfing behind outboards or inboard-outboard boats. This tutorial is brought to you by Riptank Boardshop, your local board shop that has all the gear necessary to have a great time wake surfing this summer.